Good morning, Cindy. I just dropped my little Alex off in front of your house. I'll see you in 3 days. I hope he's not too much trouble for you. Bye-bye. Wait, what? I'm sorry, hold on a second here. I just now woke up. And, what's going on? You dropped off Alex at my house? Isn't it obvious, silly? I'm asking you to look after Alex for a few days. I'm about to set off on a little 3-day vacation. It's going to be fantastic. So I'll come back to pick him up in the evening 3 days from now. This is the first time I've ever heard of this. Did you actually ask me to look after him for you? Did I say yes? Yeah, I did. I asked you just a few seconds ago. It's not like you've got anything to do, right? You're not busy. Oh, and don't worry, he doesn't have any allergies, so you can feed him whatever. Maddie, no, back up. Are you being serious right now? Like, really? Is this a joke or a prank or something? I've never in my life had anyone tell me to look after their kids so suddenly like this. Do I sound like I'm joking? No, I'm 100% serious, sweetie. I'm on my way to the airport right now. I don't have any time to waste. Like I said, I'll be back in 3 days to pick him up, so you two enjoy yourselves. This is not happening. Are you out of your mind? I cannot look after your kid for you. What makes you think you can just drop off your kid at my house and expect me to look after him? Turn around right now, come back here, and pick up your kid. I am not babysitting for you. Sorry, Cindy, no can do. If I turn back now, I'll never make it to the airport on time. That is not the issue. The issue is your child. I can't babysit for you, and besides, why am I the one you're doing this to? You have a husband, don't you? Family, friends, neighbors? Why couldn't you get one of them to look after Alex? I just trusted that you would be willing to help me out. I can always count on you in a pinch. Plus, there's a very important reason I can't leave Alex with my husband or family. I'm going on vacation with my boyfriend. How could I tell my husband about that? You understand, right? No, as a matter of fact, I understand even less now. Your boyfriend? Oh, come on, Cindy, you really don't get it? I have my husband and a boyfriend. Doesn't everyone? So yeah, I'm going on vacation with my boyfriend and I can't let my husband know about it. This is an awful lot to take in. You're going on vacation with your boyfriend and hiding it from your husband? So, you're having an affair and you're asking me to help you cover it up? I don't know. When you put it that way, it almost sounds like I'm doing something really bad. But yeah, you can't tell my husband about this, okay? Don't worry, it'll be really easy. He's on a week-long trip for work anyway, so he's not in town. If I tried to leave Alex with my family or neighbors, they might get blabby to my husband, and I can't have that. I would never hear the end of it. That's why I need you to do me a favor, Cindy. No, absolutely not. Not a chance. There is no way I'm going to be an accomplice in you cheating on your husband and lying to your family. I mean, I would maybe understand this a bit more if we were actually close friends, but we're not close friends. I've only known you for 3 months, Maddie, and I've never met Alex. And now you want me to look after a child for 3 days who I have never met? How could you expect me to do this for you? I would have refused even with a month's notice. Oh, come on. What's the problem? It's not like you have anything better to do. You're a full-time housewife. Don't tell me you're too busy living a pampered life funded by your husband's money. And you only have one kid that's just 2 years old. How much work could a 2-year-old possibly be? One more kid in the mix won't change things that much. I am not a housewife. Maybe you should have bothered to ask me about that first. I work from home. And I have a major project with a deadline coming up soon. I am far too busy to look after Alex. So no, I cannot and will not look after him for you. Come back and pick him up. And for the record, I wouldn't even agree to look after him if I was just a full-time housewife. Did you actually think I would believe that story? Ugh, grow up, Cindy. I have a super-duper important project. You're an awful liar. Worse than that, a liar and a parasite. Excuse me? Exactly what is that supposed to mean? I'm a parasite? I don't know what you're so confused about. It's pretty obvious what I mean. But anyway, since you're a housewife with nothing better to do, there's nothing stopping you from taking care of Alex. After all, babysitting is the only value you provide to society. You've got some nerve, Maddie. I gotta go now, Cindy. I just got to the airport. Don't worry, I'll be back in 3 days. Oh, and I forgot to put a change of clothes in his backpack, so you'll need to do his laundry every day. Bye-bye. For the love of God, Maddie, what is wrong with you? Are you actually dropping your kid off with a practical stranger so you can go cheat on your husband? You're unbelievable. Answer me, Maddie, you're not on the plane yet. Wait a second. I'm looking outside my front door right now, and I don't see Alex anywhere. This is bad. He's not here. Are you sure you dropped him off at the right house? Maddie, I have no idea where Alex is. Maddie, answer me right now. Hey there, Cindy. I am back from my vacation. I had such a wonderful time. It's kind of depressing I have to go back to my ordinary life. Thanks so much for taking care of Alex for me. I'm getting in my car right now, and I'll be over in a bit to pick him up. Hello again, Maddie. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. That makes one of us anyway. Thanks to you, things have been in a state of utter chaos around here for the last 3 days. I'm so sorry to have troubled you. I hope Alex didn't take too much time away from that mega super hyper important project you were working on. You're such a drama queen. I am far too tired right now to care about your snide remarks. So I'll just ignore those pot shots. Uh-oh, somebody's angry. Don't worry, Cindy. Next time I'll be sure to give you a few days' notice, okay? Next time? There's not going to be a next time. Seriously, you're an unbelievable drama queen. Was it really so bad to actually contribute to society for once in your life? I think you've enjoyed the sweet life of leeching off your husband's money for long enough. You can do something useful every now and then. Man, I am so jealous of you. It must be great to be a housewife. It's too bad I actually have that little thing called ambition. I already told you, I do have a job. I am not a housewife. But be that as it may, housewives provide immeasurable benefits to society in a wide variety of ways. It's not just child rearing. Don't you know that women, particularly homemakers, make the vast majority of consumer purchases? They're a major driving force in the economy. And my own mother was a housewife, so I'll thank you to stop mocking them. My anger is starting to override my exhaustion. Gee, someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Anyway, I'm on my way to pick up Alex now. I really appreciate you helping me out. I'll be sure to come to you again next time I need a babysitter. Don't waste a trip. Alex isn't here. What? He's not? Okay, seriously now, enough with the jokes, Cindy. Joking about having an important job is one thing, but joking about my kid? That's too far. I'm not joking. Alex genuinely is not at my house. Wait. You're not joking? Alex isn't there? What's going on? To make a long story short, your husband came to pick Alex up on the first day of your vacation, and Alex has been with him ever since. I told your husband all about your trip with your boyfriend, too. Your husband took Alex to stay with his parents out of state for the time being. What? I already told you, enough with the jokes and lies, Cindy. How would you even be able to contact my husband? You don't know his number. Ugh. You're getting to be super annoying. It seems you don't understand just how much trouble you're in, so I'll explain everything from the beginning. I'll speak in very explicit detail, so you'll be sure to understand. To recap, the first day of your trip, you texted me out of the blue demanding that I babysit your child. When I went to my front door to look for Alex, I couldn't find him anywhere. I started frantically searching the area before he got hit by a car or kidnapped. So I called around to my friends in the area to help. One of my neighbors eventually found him in a nearby park and stayed there with him until I could come to meet her. I explained to her the situation with you going on vacation and leaving Alex with me unannounced. Needing to find some way to contact your husband or his parents, I started asking around to everyone in the neighborhood if they knew their phone number, email address, or anything like that. Obviously, people were very curious as to why I suddenly had your child thrust upon me. So I explained to them all the details of you, your affair, and the vacation you were going on with your boyfriend.
You what?
And by an amazing coincidence, the younger brother of a friend of the person who lives 3 doors down from me went to high school with a friend of one of your husband's former college football teammates. We went down that line and were able to get your husband's phone number. That former teammate called your husband and got him to come back early from his business trip. After that, he came to pick Alex up and took him to his parents' place out of state, which brings us to where we are now. Just about every single person within a 10-mile radius knows about your salacious affair now. This was an unintended side effect, but I hope you can understand that I had no other option.
You can't! How could you? How could you go blabbing about my personal business to everyone in the neighborhood? I explicitly told you to keep it a secret. And not only did you tell everyone in town, you told my husband? The person I wanted to keep it a secret from the most of all. What were you thinking?
Actually, let me correct you there. You told me that I couldn't tell your husband about it, and I didn't tell your husband anything. You didn't tell me I couldn't tell anyone else about it.
Don't give me that. I obviously meant for you to keep it a secret from everyone. How could you go around telling everyone in the town about something a friend told you in confidence? Some friend you are.
Friend? What do you mean, friend? You show up one morning at my house and drop your kid off expecting me to babysit him while you sleep with your boyfriend. You insult me and housewives in general by calling me pampered and a parasite. And you expect me to treat you like a friend and keep your affair a secret from the people most affected? Let me ask you something. Why on earth would I do anything to help out an unfaithful wife, irresponsible mother, and all-around amoral slimeball like yourself? And in the first place, I'm not your friend.
I'm not a slime ball.
I notice you didn't refute the other 3 things I called you.
You're just awful, Cindy. How can you talk to me in such a terrible way? You don't have any right to speak to me like that. I deserve to have a boyfriend. I work. I contribute to society. You're nothing but a parasite. So what if I was having an affair? That's none of your business. All you need to do is shut your mouth and do as you were told.
Seriously, where do you get off talking so high and mighty to me? You're trash, Maddie. And if you were just trash, I might have let things slide. You're right. What concern of mine is it when someone I don't know has an affair? Lots of people I don't know have affairs. It's none of my business. But then you went out of your way to make it my business. And when you did make it my business, all bets were off. Honestly, I didn't really need to tell everyone about your affair to have them help me find Alex. I wanted to tell everyone. It felt so satisfying seeing the look on their faces as I told them every salacious detail.
You bitch! I will never forgive you for this. My husband might divorce me because of what you did.
What I did? When your husband inevitably divorces you, it will be because of what you did. Namely, abandoning your child with a stranger while you slept with your boyfriend.
I swear to God, if my husband divorces me, I will destroy you. I know where you live, Cindy.
Oh dear, are you threatening me right now? I think this calls for a conversation with my uncle, who is a partner at the biggest legal firm in town. You've probably seen his face on billboards. Who knows, your case might end up on one of their TV commercials. You'll be famous.
Wait, a lawyer? Your uncle's a lawyer? Can you give me his number?
Why?
Duh, my husband's definitely gonna divorce me. I'm gonna need a really good lawyer if I want to make it out of this with my lifestyle intact. If I hire your uncle, I might even be able to keep custody of Alex.
Wow. Just wow. Not but 30 seconds ago you were threatening me, and now you want me to help you? Are you bipolar or something? You need help. Not that I'm going to give you any. You need a therapist, not a lawyer. Well, actually, you probably need both.
You have to help me. It's your fault that all of this is happening to me. You're gonna take responsibility for your actions. You chose to have the affair, you chose to go on a vacation with your boyfriend, and you chose to abandon your child at a stranger's house. Which one of those things is my fault? Any consequences from this are 100% on you, not me. Do you have any idea the kind of financial damage this is going to cause me? Look, I'm sorry, okay? There, I said it. I'm sorry for calling you a parasite, and I'm sorry for dropping my kid on you so suddenly. So come on, give me a break. Tell your uncle to defend me pro bono. No, I never want to speak to you again in my life. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's late and I have a big day ahead of me tomorrow, so I'll be taking my leave now. Goodbye. I blocked Maddie's number immediately after that. However, I made sure to preserve our message history so that I could give it to her husband's lawyer in preparation for the lawsuit. And once I did that, it was officially no longer my business, so I let Maddie's husband take care of it himself. I heard through the grapevine that, sure enough, Maddie's husband divorced her and won a massive judgment against her for her affair. He also won full custody of Alex and got to keep nearly every single piece of their joint property, leaving Maddie practically penniless. With no one else to turn to, Maddie tried to go to her boyfriend for help. But once he learned Maddie's husband's lawyer was trying to serve him with a lawsuit, he disappeared overnight. Maddie's parents were left with the unfortunate task of cleaning up after her mess. They weren't going to let her get off scot-free, however, and are making her earn her keep by having her be the live-in caretaker for their elderly relative. Ugh, why did that awful woman have to go and drag me into her tangled mess? Of course, the one person who I'm the most concerned about in this whole affair is their son, Alex. After the divorce, his father moved closer to his parents out of state. Apparently, Maddie was never a very affectionate mother to him. His grandparents, however, always loved him and are giving him all the affection he could ever want now. So he's now a much happier child than he was when he was with his mother. I guess that's the silver lining. Imagine if poor Alex had to live his whole childhood being raised by that woman. Yikes. But then again, none of that is any of my concern anymore. Thank God.
Hi, I'm Sophie. And you? Well, you must be the wife. Huh? Sorry, but who are you looking for? Have we met before? I don't think I know your name. It's the first time I've met you. You're Tad's wife, aren't you? Oh, yes I am, but who are you? Well, this might come as a shock to you, but here's my request. I want you to break up with Tad. I'm dating Tad. You are what? You're dating him? What do you mean you are dating him? He is my husband. Are you saying you are having an affair with my husband? That's exactly what I'm saying. It's been quite a few months already. He has promised to marry me. A promise of marriage? Do you know what you are saying? He is a married man. I am his wife. Yes, I know. But Tad and I are also in a serious relationship. Honestly, Tad does not know I'm contacting you right now. The other day, while Tad was taking a shower at the hotel, he received a line message from you on his phone, so I sent your contact information to my phone. Wait, at the hotel? What? I can't believe what you're saying to me. It makes me sick. Tad, you were lying. You sound so surprised, and yet Tad complains about his marriage life to me almost every day. What you might not realize is that when you talk about work, it sounds like you're constantly bragging. Don't you realize how stressful that is to him? He has always felt he was being looked down upon. Well, I didn't mean to. You are a graduate of a famous elite university, and you work for a big company that everyone knows, right? And I hear you're in a position of some power. So if he has to hear such sarcastic bragging from you every day, he's not gonna like that. Sweet Tad. Any good wife would change her job. Maybe something more suitable like a part-time job, a stay-at-home mom. At least then you'll be able to pay more attention to your husband and his image. I have never wanted to be nasty or condescending. I'm working with the career I've built up so far. Yes, I work hard, but it is to make our family life easier. Tad isn't looking for an easy life. What he wants is to be free from you. I'll say it again. Get divorced. No, I don't want a divorce. Let me assure you, Tad is very happy when he's on a date with me. But as soon as he gets home, he's so gloomy. It's as if he needs to report a mistake to his boss. You know what? It's painful for him to see you. When he is with me, he can relax, have fun, a life of dates and presents. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you went on a date with Tad? The last time I went on a date with Tad was... You can't even remember, can you? Tad takes me to his favorite shops and fancy restaurants almost every day, and he showers me with gifts. Are you saying Tad is with you every day? He comes home late every night saying he's so busy at work. We rarely go out together. I assumed it was because he is so tired, even during the holidays. Before we got married and as newlyweds, we used to date, travel, and get gifts. You still don't understand? Coming home late because he is supposedly at work is just a disguise for his cheating time. Well, I realize that now. I just believed Tad. You didn't believe it, you were naive. You probably speak so little at home, the bare minimum. So wrapped up in yourself, you didn't even notice his suspicious behavior. He is having an affair right under your nose and you didn't even realize it. No, I see that now. I guess so. All his hard-earned cash he spends on me. No matter how you think about it, Tad doesn't have feelings for you anymore. He's preoccupied with me. He has no love for you. He cheats on you every day. Surely that's reason enough for a divorce, right? Just think about it. Well, I must go see Tad. I'll talk to him. Yes, well, I will be right here waiting. Tad, we need to talk.
What's up, Claire?
I'll just come out and say it. You're cheating, aren't you?
No, what are you talking about? Saying such a stupid thing.
Someone named Sophie contacted me. She's asking me to divorce you.
Sophie? Why does she have your contact information?
When you went to the hotel with her, she was able to see your phone screen.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess there's no point in denying it. I'm sorry, I lied. But the truth is I love Sophie. So, Claire, I want you to break up.
So it's true. We are married and you have feelings for another woman? I don't understand how that woman, too, could be so unfeeling and mess with someone's husband. I don't understand it at all.
Don't say anything bad about her. You must have realized there was something wrong with you.
Are you really going to protect that woman?
Claire, I wanted to have children, but it's been 8 years since we've been married and still nothing. My mother always told me, if you can't have children, give up sooner than later or you're just wasting your time. I begged my mother not to say anything to you about children. I didn't want you to know.
I thought I was getting along with your parents.
You have always been so stressed out from all the running around for work that you couldn't have kids.
You're wrong. Yes, it's hard work, but it's also a lot of fun.
And if you get pregnant, do you think it will be easy for you as a manager to stay at home or at least take a break? Sophie is still young and wants to be a stay-at-home mom. We will have a good environment for raising our children. As a man, it's always better for my image to be with a beautiful and young woman. It is one thing for you to go so far as to say it's me, my body, my lifestyle that makes it difficult for me to conceive and give you children. But that's not all there is to this, is it, Tad? You feel I'm looking down on you, isn't that the truth? Yes, it is the truth. When I come home tired from work, you tell me stories and experiences at work that I have no idea of. It has been hard for me. It was as if you were saying, you don't know about all these things, you incompetent man.
I don't think so at all. I love my job, and I just keep working because I could travel, save up for my kids, and make life a little easier.
So what? Trust me, there's nothing attractive about a woman who looks down on a man. It's different with Sophie. She relies on me in that respect. The man stands in the front. The wife takes a step back and she follows. It's exactly the way it should be.
I see.
Oh, you don't know what it feels like. My parents keep asking me, when will we have our first child, their first grandchild? But I've kept it to myself for 8 years. My mom was right. It's a waste of time.
It's so terrible. You can't say that. Then it would have been so much better if you had just divorced me quickly, written it off to a personality disagreement or anything else. But why cheat on me?
If I just divorced you with no explanation, what would you have been? If I never gave you the opportunity to have a family, what would I look like? You would just be a lonely old businesswoman. Besides, I was in love with you once. At least in this way I did it with mercy. I gave you a chance.
Oh, don't say that. I won't believe you for a minute saying you only thought of me. But I'm glad I heard your true feelings today. Now we can get divorced without any regrets.
Oh, yes. I'm glad you understood. So let's move on to divorce.
Claire, you agreed to get a divorce?
Wow, news travels fast.
Yes, Tad informed me that he had just agreed to divorce you. So when will the divorce be finalized? If you need any proof of cheating, I'll give it to you and I'll pay you alimony.
What is this? You are weirdly supportive. It's creepy.
Well, I am the one who asked you to divorce him, and I want it finalized as quickly as possible. I want to marry him. Tad is needed in the company. He is about to get a promotion, and he is making a good amount of money, so he'll pay it off soon. Oh, you look surprised. You had such a cold relationship with Tad. I see you didn't know that.
Yes, well, thank you for informing me on these things. I will inform the president of the other side.
You mean the president of Tad's company? What do you mean?
The company I worked for is an important client of Tad's company, and we are currently working on the teams with each other to sign a big contract. And I'm the one to make the final decision. I'm going to have to call off this deal and all the ones we've had. Naturally, Tad would be fired as a matter of responsibility.
I didn't know about that. You should do the right thing and get out of the company.
You're so selfish. Why? I'm not doing anything wrong. This is just something I have to do.
Well, you threaten all you want. We have a reserve, some savings. I guess Tad expected something like this to happen. When he leaves his current company, he is going to start a new business. Soon it will be bigger than your company.
Oh, I am sure. More than our company. I hope it works.
Hi, ex-wife. I filed the marriage registration with him today. We officially became a couple.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks! We're well prepared to start our own business. Sure, we are living with Tad's parents at the moment. But hey, I'm sure all my dreams will come true. Soon we will live in the Tower Mansion, on the top floor. If that's where we'll end up, I could put up with living with my in-laws for a while. And we're going to have our wedding in Dubai. If you insist, we can invite you to Tad's friends' table, okay?
Oh, can you afford that? Isn't it impossible to have a ceremony with only relatives nearby? Are you sure about your facts?
What are you talking about? Are you jealous? You are so envious of us.
No, I am not. The fact is, Tad is in debt. It's not an easy amount to pay back.
Tad in debt? What are you talking about? He is rich enough to have a tower mansion.
That tower mansion was originally mine.
Oh, yours? What are you talking about?
The restaurant Tad's parents were running for 10 years went bankrupt. I rented out a room in my tower mansion because they didn't have a place to live. When we were talking about property distribution, we were going to divide the tower mansion to Tad, the house to me, but just before we changed the name of the tower mansion, it was discovered that Tad had wasted a ridiculous amount of money.
Extravagance! No way!
Yes, just as you imagined. And he used to embezzle company money to pay for dates and gifts for you. So you are also involved in embezzlement.
Why? I just got what he gave me.
And Tad didn't put any salary into the family budget. He used all the family savings and his parents' money for himself. Of course, that is added to the alimony. And I've already informed his company that the perpetrator of the embezzlement is Tad. I heard he had taken out a significant amount of money to fund his new startup before he was fired. The company will sue him on both criminal and civil charges.
Hey, if you do that, we'll end up with a ridiculous amount of debt.
Well, it depends on the upcoming trial, but it's going to be a huge amount of money. Oh, by the way, on top of this, plus the alimony for the affair against you, it's going to be a lifelong debt for the two of you. That's why your dream of living in the tower mansion is unfortunately not going to come true. Sophie, you did such a devious thing to a woman's husband, but what a shame that you couldn't be a rich man's wife.
Such an extraordinary amount of money, and I'm not even working. I thought I could live on his earnings, and I used up my savings.
So, why don't you work for a little bit? You know, I have many connections I could introduce you to.
No thanks. I want to be a stay-at-home mom.
I see. Well, I'm a stranger now, so it's none of my business. Oh, will you tell Tad's parents? Tawaman's rent is fine, but I lent him $51,000 during the bankruptcy process. Could you tell them to refund me on that as soon as possible?
Hey, you've got to be kidding me. Don't add to my debt anymore, please.
It seems there are only two options left for you. You either get angry or cry. Oh yes, one last thing.
There's more? Come on!
In reality, you're the wrong person to get angry with. This is all the result of what Tad and his parents did. So, have you heard that we never had kids?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
For the divorce mediation, I went to the hospital to find out the cause. It turns out I am healthy, but Tad was the one who was the cause of us not having children.
Oh no! It can't be true! We're so deep in debt, and we can't even have children? I'm totally out of luck!
Well, I guess you can't be expected to have kids if you're so deep in debt and with Tad's little problem.
Well, that's it, Claire. I'm divorcing Tad. You're a smart girl. You must have a good idea for divorce, right? Yeah, why don't you have an affair with Tad? That way you can leave Tad and add a little to the negative amount of your property division.
What are you talking about? Why should I do that for you? I will make sure you get your payment for taking my husband away from me.
Oh no.
Tad was sued with both criminal and civil charges by the company and owed a tremendous amount of money. To be honest, I knew he wasn't putting any money into the house, and that he was spending the family savings, but I didn't know about the money his parents were sending him and the embezzlement until right before the divorce. I thought it was just a small addition to the alimony due to the division of property,
But the fact that they brought all this destruction on themselves due to the lawsuit was more than I expected. I'd like to think that he is indeed sorry. Tad was a bit of a slow reader and didn't have much knowledge of how to set up a business in the first place. He was so bad at getting to the point that he even had trouble finding a new job, let alone starting up a business. He is now living in a small apartment with his parents, desperately trying to pay off his debts. Sophie tried to leave Tad, but her in-laws would never forgive her because she was the source of the problem. Even so, they said she fled from the house, almost running away in the night. Sophie's family has been told the whole story, and she is unable to return to her parents' house. They don't know who to turn to or where she is. By the way, for my part, I was able to successfully sign a contract with Tad's company because they were able to fire him and hang the culprits before I could refuse. At my current company, I was promoted thanks to my past performance and this case. It's going to get busier and busier, but I am looking forward to it because I love my job.